on the corner of Cortero Farms and Thornydale in the Bashas Shopping Center, and they got a great menu here. If you haven't stopped by, it's one of Marana's best family restaurants. And tonight, you saw the little girls last week. We got the big girls this week. We got the 14U Oro Valley Dolphin City Championship team from cheer, and we're looking forward to that. We had a whale of a show last week. Wasn't that a lot of fun? The place was packed, and I expect we're going to have the same kind of fun tonight with the 14-year-old girls. So before we get started, I got to pay the bills, so just bear with me while I go through these sponsors, all right? Tuller Trophy, located at 525 North 6th Avenue and 5631 East 22nd Street, Tucson's original trophy and award company. I was there today getting Noah Chanes from Tucson High. He won our high school football player of the year, and our Crystal Heisman, as we like to call it, courtesy of Tuller Trophy. Golden Corral, just one location left that we sponsor, 22nd Street and Columbus. The Midvale and Valencia location closed down, and the one up here in Marana is a corporate store. So definitely check it out. I have a lot of my staff meetings there. We get a lot done. We eat a lot, and we never leave hungry. And especially, I know youth football is over, but there's always youth sports going on, soccer or volleyball or whatever. Come on, parents, you get tired of going to Peter Piper every Saturday. It's just ridiculous. And their pizza's not even good. So check out Golden Corral. They got kid food. They got pizza, meatloaf, mac and cheese, but they also have adult food with steaks, and they got a killer salad bar. And they have a banquet room just like we're in now. So just make sure you call ahead, make sure it's available, and you can keep kind of everybody in one place. TucsonAlist.com. Call Kendra Sewell at 520-345-1184 to get a bigger customer base for your business using their many avenues of marketing at your disposal. If you are a customer and you're looking for a service provider, say you have a leak in your roof from the monsoons, or you have a car's not working right, everything from A to Z, automotives to zoos, on TucsonAlist.com. Check it out. And all of them they will have good ratings on their contractor history or anything like that. You're not going to get any people that are going to be ripping you off. Bianchi's Italian will be there on Thursday night. Speedway and Silver Bell been serving the best pizzas and pastas in Tucson since 1977. And the Barber Academy, 3114 South 12th Avenue, just north of Pueblo High School. This is a barber school that will teach you and get you ready for the state test so you can become a barber. We know that college is not necessarily for everybody. Believe me, you can make a good living being a barber. My uncle did it for 40 years. So call him at 520-822-4487. One of our Cochise County sponsors, Landmark Cafe at 400 West Fry Boulevard. Those of you who've been to Sierra Vista, you know everything's on Fry Boulevard. So it's a good mom and pop place. Excellent breakfasts with crepes and all kinds of stuff that you may not see in other restaurants. And Pam does a real good job. And that's actually one of our show places in Sierra Vista when we have Buena on, or one of the club teams, the Colts youth football, or some of the other teams that are there. CMS Mortgage. Contact Mo the Mortgage Lady at 520-510-6698 for the lowest mortgage rates, not only in Tucson. She's licensed throughout the whole state. And I'll tell you, she's as competitive as you cheerleaders are. She likes to go up against the big boys, the Novas, the Sun Streets, and save you a good amount of money, giving you a lower percentage rate. Jim Click Automotive. Jim Click Automotive at 22nd and Wilmot, the Tucson Auto Mall, or down in Green Valley. You'll find what you need from their many dealerships: Hyundai, Kia, Dodge, Nissan, Ford, Jeep, Ford trucks, and many more. And when you're ready to buy or lease, always mention 520 Sports Talk. They'll even give you a little bit better of a hookup. Pop Studios, 1325 North Wilmot Road. That's just north of the Trader Joe's. Couldn't think of their second Trader Joe's store there at Speedway in Wilmot. And this is quickly becoming one of the best local studios in the Tucson area. It's good for podcasts, music acts, talk shows. I knew a couple of real estate ladies that have a talk show on Saturday mornings there. Diego Rivera will set you up for success and make your production pop. Ballpark Brewing Company, one of our other Cochise County sponsors, 97 East Center Avenue in the Warren District of Bisbee, and just around the corner from the historic Warren Ballpark. From the outstanding locally brewed beers to their awesome smash burgers and wings, definitely it's a place to stop if you are in Bisbee. Kathy Baldoff Realty with Long Realty. Call her at 520-481-6482. Buy, sell, invest with integrity. She'd love to be on your team. She is a local Tucson girl and a U of A alumnus, and she's been serving Arizona since 2004 with over 700 homes sold with integrity and experience. Jet Sports Training at 1110 East Pennsylvania. That might not sound familiar. It's right across the street from the big city center at Park and Ajo. This is Bobby Rodriguez's workout center, and Bobby's won the last 9 consecutive years with the Arizona Daily Star Readers Poll. If you have an athlete, boy or girl, man or woman, doesn't matter the gender, the age, or the sport, and you want to get them ready for that next level, whether it's from middle school to high school to college, or even beyond, Jet Sports Training is the place to go. He has trained and is training quite a few high-profile athletes. Jeff Cotton, who actually played football at Mountain View up the street, and now he's with the Green Bay Packers. He trains there. And Audrey Jimenez, who was our 2024 Female Athlete of the Year. Audrey is a great story. She won a state championship in wrestling in her own weight division. Get this, in the boys division. So she likes to beat up boys. No, she does a very good job of it. And just a lot more. Roman Bravo, who went to Sunnyside, also won 2 national championships at Penn State University. And most recently in the Paris Olympics a couple years ago, he wrestled for Team Mexico. So the proof is in the pudding with Jet Sports Training. Oasis Cooling and Heating, keeping Southern Arizona cool for over 40 years, featuring Trane heating and cooling systems, because we all know it's hard to stop a train. Call them at 520-648-1755 or check out their website, oasiscoolingheating.com. And that'll do it for the sponsors. Thank you for indulging me, coaches and kids. And now we're going to have the fun time. Let's let the show begin now. So, coaches, go ahead and introduce yourselves, and then I'll take it from there.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Stratton. I'm the head coach for the Oro Valley Dolphins cheer squad.
Hi, I'm Mariela Boss, and I'm the business manager for the 14U cheerleaders.
So you get to do all the behind the scenes work that nobody ever sees, but it's always a good product on the field. And you're like, man, who does all this? And that's you, right?
Yes.
I like that. All right. Well, once again, congratulations on your city championship. You know, nobody can take that away. And when you're older, like your parents, or really old like me, you still got that city championship to look back on. And believe me, the more years pass as it goes by, the sweeter it becomes. I'm a state championship in basketball from Palo Verde Christian, which is Push Ridge now. And I still run into guys I played with and against, and it's always neat to say, I'm a state champion. So congratulations on that. Okay, coaches, obviously behind every success story is a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, a lot of, even complaining. Because everything is not fun, especially when you're doing stuff to get yourself in shape. Am I right, girls? Yeah, conditioning is not fun. Take it from me. I did 3 sports. But it's the most important thing to allow you to become successful. That and the mental aspect, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on the show, okay? So talk to us about what you do preseason to get everybody together. Did you have basically the same squad as from last year? I'm sure there's probably maybe some new people, or did you have all new people?
Half of this squad is new this year. There's a few from a different squad, and then a few from the squad I coached last year. No, we came from 10U.
Oh, 10U.
Yeah,
10U.
Big jump for us.
Nice. I like playing up. Nice.
But it's a lot of new girls this year also.
Okay. With new girls always comes like excitement. It's kind of a double-edged sword. There's a lot of excitement. Hey, I'm coming over from the Wildcats, or I'm coming over from the Redskins or the Rams or whatever. And it's kind of nice to infuse new people and new talent. The other side of the sword is you don't want them bringing their bad habits from the other teams. And sometimes that happens and sometimes it doesn't, but you have to be prepared for it. So how did you infuse the new girls with the returning girls and kind of make a cohesive squad?
We did a lot of bring Sally ups together. So we we all worked together to do fun conditioning, right? There was some terrible conditioning, but mostly it was fun conditioning, right? Conditioning through line dancing and games and races and things like that, so that they're more excited to do it instead of just, okay, push up.
So it sounds like you're almost doing like a team building as you're doing the conditioning as well. So not only are they getting in shape, but they're getting to know each other at the same time. And I think that's a great idea.
One of the first games that I made them play was the tie the knot game, where everyone puts their hand in a circle and you have to grab someone else's hand, and then you have to unwind yourself as a team, going through each other's arms and around and down and jumping over. And so just building that.
Say they had to tie the fingers in a knot.
No, they had to untie each other.
Untie each other. Okay, that
Yes.
makes a lot more sense. All right. And then as far as the business, you've got a lot on your plate. Not only do you have to get all the girls' information and all that and forward that to the league or whoever you have to report to, you've got to set up the different practices, the events. I mean, tell us more about what you do.
Yeah, so actually, this was my first year as a business manager. Last season, I was just a mom, just mom dropping off kids and picking them up. And this year, Rebecca approached me and asked if I was willing to be her business manager. And so I said yes. And
Were you scared?
I wasn't scared. I just, I wasn't aware of what I was getting myself into. I just thought like, oh yeah, I put some paperwork in a binder and send it off. But no,
Little did you know.
yeah, there's a lot more involvement to it. But I'm really glad I did it. It's been so amazing to, get to be from like the very first day of practice, where all I have is like sheets with the girls' names, and then I get to learn more about them and just watch them grow. It's been amazing.
I bet. Girls, you are the heart and soul of that football team, okay? I mean, if the crowd's just sitting on their hands and they're just talking to their person next to them and stuff, they're not cheering. What do you think the guys on the field are thinking? Like, man, what's going on? When you guys geek up the crowd and you get them, loud, and you do your routines and do what you guys do, that makes the atmosphere at a football game so much better. So much. As a football player, I can tell you that when I heard the crowd just go nuts, I'm like, the cheerleaders are at their game and stuff. So you are the heart and soul of the football team, even though you're not on the field. You're the one that gets everybody involved and gets all the more noise, the better it is, right? So that's your job, and obviously you did a great job this year. And but we're going to talk a little bit more about the competition for city. Who did you beat in the finals?
We don't worry about names. We just show up and do our thing.
Who finished in second place?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, really? Oh, at the award ceremony, don't they give first, second, and third place?
But we just Was it the Redskins?
Okay. All right. And I'm sure they did a great job too. Anybody that finishes in the top three did a great job. So we don't want to diminish their effort in any way, shape, or form. So now are you done, or do you go to state or regional or?
We have regional competition, but that got pulled. So we are going to nationals.
Perfect. All right. And where's that going to be held?
Las Vegas in January.
All right. You guys can't gamble. I'm just letting you know. Okay. All right. Vegas in January is nice. Better than Vegas in August. So, all right. That's good. Yeah, Vegas is really neat. You're gonna like all the lights. Has any of you gals been to Vegas? Couple. Okay. Yeah. So you know how it is. It's just lights and just excitement. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And good luck, because you guys are representing not only Oro Valley but Arizona. And that's always a good thing. I had the opportunity this past July to the National Little League Association called me up and asked me if I could do play-by-play for the West Regional games in Oakland. And because the Douglas, Arizona boys were Arizona's representatives, so we went up there. There's teams from Alaska, Montana, all the western states, Washington, Oregon, about 3 or 4 teams from California, Nevada. So it was a lot of fun. When you start getting into competitions where there's teams from other states, the TYF or AYF, whatever league you're in, a lot of the girls on the other team and stuff. So, but now you're like going against people from other states. And a little bit more pressure, but you got to thrive on pressure. I'm sure the coaches have told you that. Pressure is a good thing because you're held accountable. So all you got to do is do what you've done and do what you know, and let the cards fall where they may. And I got a good feeling that you guys are going to come out on top. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, so coaches, are you going to move up an age group or no? This is aged out. You're the so you're going to stay at 14U or are you going to retire? Or?
Mine is 10, so I got a few years.
Got a few years left. Okay, all right. Well, that's it. What about you? Now that you've got a taste of being a business manager, is it something you want to continue, or is she threatening you? Or?
I guess I'm stuck.
Okay.
No, I'm glad to be returning to the business of business management.
All the between the football and the cheerleading, every team that we've had from the Dolphins has been very respectful, very well behaved, mature beyond their age, and that goes a lot. That says a lot for their home life. It really does. So we're really happy to have you guys. Okay, so let's start with the important people. We're going to start with you. We'll just go down that way. We'll come back on this side. Give me your name, where you go to school, and what position, I guess you call it.
My name is Harper Jerry, and I go to school at Legacy Traditional School right over there. And I'm a bass.
Okay.
And
Cool.
yeah.
You can hand it over. You don't have to slide.
My name is Emma Brown, and I also go to school at Legacy Traditional School, and I'm a back spot.
Okay.
My name's Sophia Andrade, and I go to Coronado, and I'm a bass.
My name is Brooklyn Lott, and I go to Dove Mountain System K-8, and I'm a flyer.
Okay.
My name's Addison Rowley, and I go to Hendricks Elementary, and I'm a flyer.
Okay.
My name is Mia Voss, and I go to Legacy Traditional School over there. And most of the time, I'm a back spot.
Okay.
My name is Layla Voss. I go to Legacy Traditional School, and I'm a bass.
Okay, now hand that mic back over there. Remember, girls, don't cross the mics over. I would use the Ghostbusters term, but you probably don't even know it.
My name is Ava Rollick-Ketter. I go to Coronado, and I'm a back spot.
Okay.
My name is Layla Hoffman. I go to Coronado K-8, and I'm a bass.
All right.
My name is Lilia Yob. I go to school at Coronado, and I'm a bass.
That it? Oh, that's right. You snuck over. That's right. Okay. Well, welcome to the show. Let's get started with this question. We already briefly touched on conditioning, right? Not fun, right? No, not fun. You don't have to be bashful. It's not fun. All right. Or from a football standpoint or a cheerleader standpoint. Now that the season's over and the coach can't, well, it's not quite over. She still might be able to she may be able to make you run, but no, I don't think she will. Give me the exercise or the drill in conditioning that you absolutely hate. And there's a reason I asked this question. And on there. Okay, go ahead and hand the mic down.
The condition that I hate the most is the cha-cha kicks.
Is it low what? Low nose?
Cha-cha kicks.
What is that?
So we play the song. I forgot what it's called.
The cha-cha song?
Yeah, the
Okay.
cha-cha. And we have to do kicks to it.
Okay.
And
And why don't you like that? Like that.
because it's really long.
Okay. Well, that's a good answer. Okay. Who's next?
I hate thunderstruck because every time it says thunderstruck in the song, we have to do a burpee, and there's a lot of
Yeah, burpees are they're not fun. Fun. I mean, one or
Hate
two are okay,
burpees.
but if you keep doing them, they're a little difficult. All right.
I also hate thunderstruck just because I do not like burpees and it says thunder every single second of the song and I do not like that.
So there's a method to the coach's madness, is what I'm hearing.
I don't like the Superman push-ups. I hate those.
And can you describe those for us?
Basically, like you do like a push-up, but it's like longer, and you kind of have to go like.
Like you're flying and push up like that? That would be interesting. Okay.
I do not like the bring Sally up squats.
Okay.
They're not good though.
All right. Hey.
We one time did this exercise and it's a roll around song. And we'd have to do a Superman and then a hollow body position, and it took a really long time.
Okay.
The conditioning that I hate most is probably like bring Sally up, but like in a stunt, because you have to like keep bringing her up and down, and that's pretty hard.
Okay.
I think my least favorite has to be the Sally stunts too, just because it's a really good arm workout and it gets really tiring.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would say the bring Sally up stunts too, because like you really have to work your arms and legs for it.
All right.
I think the worst conditioning was also the Sally stunts because as a base you have to like lift it every time and it just gets very tiring.
Okay. All right. So everybody's got maybe a little different thing that they don't like to do. Okay. If things came easy, would you be good at it? No. You would what we call plateau. You come up, and then it's no longer hard, so you just keep it the same, right? Okay. The reason they do that is because they keep wanting you to go up and higher. They know how, when, and why to push you because they see in each individual your potential, okay? And that's a big word, potential, okay? Whether you reach your potential ultimately is up to you. They can give you the best coaching they want. Your parents can give you the best parenting they have. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to absorb the information that whether your parents are giving it to you or the coaches or the teachers or anybody that's in charge of you, it's up to you whether you're going to reach your potential. Does everybody agree with that? No? Yes? Okay. All right. That's why. Do you guys, I'm sure you probably practice maybe sometimes when the football guys are practicing. Do you know what a bear crawl is? Okay. In high school, we had to do 100 yards up and 100 yards back. And let me tell you, that hurt. And it was not fun. But in the fourth quarter, we were the fresher team. And usually the fresher team and the one that still has some stamina left in them, more times than not, is going to win the game. So that's why your coaches push you, one, to reach your potential, okay? Don't settle for anything less than your best is probably the best way I can say it, okay? And that goes for you guys, the football players, or anybody else that plays sports, okay? All right, so you guys don't have a record like the football team during the season. You're not like, oh, we're 8-0 or something like that. But how are you placed, or how is it determined where you're seated, I guess you would call it, in the volleyball championships for the city?
Cheer?
Yeah.
So we don't really, I think we just show
Everybody
up.
just comes in even?
Yep.
Okay.
And whatever bracket you're in, like your you're either a small level or a large level.
Okay.
We're small. We only have 12 girls on our squad.
Okay.
And you compete in if you're level 1, level 2, level 3. At the start of our season, half of our girls couldn't even do a cartwheel.
Yeah, I can't either.
And they didn't know moves, they didn't know jumps, and so our goal was to go in and work at level 1 and see where we could get from level 1, and we crushed it. So great job.
Now, with your experience, were you also a cheerleader?
I was a cheerleader in high school, and then I also did.
I can see that.
I did one of these sort of things too in Washington State, though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where's my flyers? Raise your hands.
One of them's not here.
Okay. All right. You guys are nuts. You're just insane. Flipping around up there and everything, and you have to have a lot of trust in the people that are below you, either spotting you or catching you, correct? Yeah, you guys are crazy. Just wanted to make that point. All right, so you guys are aged out of youth football, so I guess high school cheer would be next. I don't think we don't have middle school cheer, do we? Middle school is kind of weird. Middle school is the weirdest time for kids because you're going from being a child to being adolescent and ultimately a teenager, and yet middle school sports are terrible. I mean, they don't have, they just don't have what, I think elementary sports sometimes are better than middle school sports. So, okay, so high school is your next stop in the cheer world, am I correct? Okay, and some of you are a few years away from high school because you're cheering up, and I find that I have a lot of respect for that. That's great. The nice thing about cheering up, playing up, whatever sport you are, is let's take softball. Let me use softball for an example. If you're 8 years old and you're batting 600, you shouldn't be playing with 8-year-olds. You need to play with 10-year-olds, maybe even 12-year-olds. Okay. Now, there's two sides to that. You're going to have to be able to handle the more mature girls on a mental thing, and that's not easy. That's not always the easiest to do, especially if you're 8 and going up to 10, or if you're 10 going up to 12. But also, the pitches are faster, the girls are faster, they're stronger, they're bigger, and you have to do that. And initially, you're not going to step into the batter's box as an 8-year-old playing 10U and crush the ball. You're going to have to get used to the faster speeds and stuff, but that's going to push you, just as the coaches push you in cheerleading, okay? If it comes easy, you're not going to get any better. And development, it doesn't matter, it's cheer, football, or any other sport, development is the name of the game. That's what's going to take you to that next level, okay? So we'll start over here this time. What do you think, what's your biggest asset that you think you can bring to high school cheering? I mean, is it like your mental approach? Is it you're very you're very athletic? You're very good at dance, or tumbling, or?
I would say I'm like pretty athletic.
Okay.
Because I've done like a lot of sports in the past, but cheer has definitely been my favorite so far.
All right.
I think one thing I could bring to high school is my mental when it comes to sports, because even if we're having an off day at practice, I can always just get in my mind and say it's going to be okay, and then just bring a better attitude.
Now, do you convey that to the other cheerleaders?
Yeah.
That's a good team.
I would say athletics too, because before cheer I did multiple different sports, but I would have to agree that cheer is one of my favorites.
Did you ever do any type of gymnastics or anything?
I did like a team dance for my elementary school where we just dance, but nothing like this cheer.
Okay, cool.
I would say I could bring my dance because I used to do ballet. Yeah.
Okay, over here.
I'd say commitment, because cheer is like a big commitment. You can't be half committed. You have to be full on ready.
Good answer.
It's like go hard or go home, right? There you go.
I feel like I could bring my dance with me because
I've danced for a lot of years before I started cheer.
Okay.
I would say my athleticism because I've done a lot of sports in the past.
That's a good thing.
I would say my tumbling because like I've tumbled for like a long time and like I just really enjoy tumbling and I practice that a lot.
Okay.
Probably my athleticism and my stunting because I'm really good at stunting because I'm like one of the main flyers and I'm really athletic.
Okay.
I would probably say my athleticism too, because I've been in a lot of sports before. So
That's good. Now, how many girls on the team? How many you girls have a brother or a cousin that plays on the Dolphin football team? Just a couple? Do they ever give you a hard time? You know how you can get back at them? Just say, go up there and do a helicopter and let's see what you look like. Okay? They'll back down real quick. Okay? Don't ever let anyone tell you you're not an athlete. Okay? You guys can do things that boys cannot do. Okay? I know you know how boys are. We think we're cool and and we're all that and us like that. Don't let anybody ever tell you you're not an athlete. You guys have watched plenty of cheerleading movies, and you maybe even watched some cheerleading competitions maybe on Fox or ESPN or something like that. You see the athleticism of those college cheerleaders, just doing some crazy things. That's why I tell you Flyers, you guys are nuts. But, so you are just as much of an athlete as a football player, basketball player, volleyball player, anybody else, okay? Don't let anybody tell you differently, okay? All right, you ready for a funny question? Now, I was busy doing some work over here. I didn't get a chance to see you eat, but I can imagine you probably can compete with the boys very, very well. Am I correct? All right. I want to know the best place you've ever eaten and the worst place you've ever eaten. It can be sit-down restaurant. It can be fast food. It can be your mom. I wouldn't go with the latter because you guys don't drive yet. Who wants to start? Okay. Best place you've ever eaten?
The best place I've ever eaten is Cane's.
Okay, hold on. I've done almost 1,000 shows, and I get canes like almost every show. All right, now, let's break this down, okay? It's chicken fingers, all right? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's chicken fingers. Now, they're good. No, let her answer. They're good. I'm not saying they're not good. But do you go to Cane's for the chicken?
For everything.
Like what?
Like the bread, the fries, the sauce.
That's what we always hear, the bread and the sauce, okay? All right, let me give you a clue. Your parents, it's date night. Your mom's like, your dad's like, hey, honey, I know this place has some really good bread and sauce. Yeah, that's going to go over like a fart in church, okay? All right. You don't go to a place for bread or sauce. And as you're young, you do, but I'm just messing with you, okay? No, I hear the same thing, bread and sauce. It's kind of interesting. Thank you. Oh, no.
The worst place is probably McDonald's.
I can believe that. Okay. All right.
The best place I've ever eaten, it's called Cafe Zupas. It's in Phoenix. Cafe Zupas.
Okay.
It's in Phoenix.
And what's the worst place?
McDonald's.
Okay. All right. McDonald's not looking good.
The best place is probably Cane's.
Okay.
And then
Bread or sauce?
Both.
Okay.
And then the worst place is Arby's.
Yeah, I'm becoming a quick guy. I don't like Arby's. I found something out about them, and I remember the hamburgers they had a couple months back. It was like a limited time thing, and they had the hamburgers. So I live right by the Arby's, right by the IHOP off Cortero on the freeway there. I live right there. I went into Arby's and I said, what's up with the burgers? And they go, oh, it's a limited time thing. I'm like, no, it's not what I'm asking. You don't have a grill or a char grill or a flat grill. How are you cooking these burgers? They said, "Oh, we just throw them in the deep fryer with the fries." And I think I like threw up in my mouth. I don't know. It was just I'm like. So there's your little tidbit on why you shouldn't like Arby's.
I would say my favorite place is Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do not like Cane's. I do
You
not.
don't like Cane's.
I
Okay.
don't.
Well, you better have a backup for Chick-fil-A on Sunday. I'm just telling you, okay? All right.
Okay, so probably the best place is probably Starbucks. I love my Starbucks. And then the worst place is probably also.
Starbucks?
Huh?
You eat at Starbucks?
Yeah, I eat the double smoked bacon and cheddar sandwich. And then I eat
You sure it's double smoked?
yeah.
Just asking. Okay.
And then I also eat the chocolate croissant, the bacon gouda, the cake pop, and then my drinks are also really good. I like the new drink.
Okay, well, certainly all the food groups are represented there.
Okay, and then
All right, and what about the worst place?
probably Arby's, like you said, that just gave me
that's
the
just
worst
nasty.
ick ever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, best place you've ever eaten.
The best place I've ever eaten is Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
And the worst place, I think I'm pretty sure it would be Arby's for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Good choices on both sides. Okay, down here.
I would say the best place I've ever eaten is Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
It's like
Jersey Mike's.
I love that place. And
Sandwich is a little expensive, but yeah.
well, they're worth it. So and I would say the worst place I'd say the worst place is Burger King.
Burger King is not good. I went to Jersey Mike's and I got this big sandwich and I said, well, just go give me the whole thing because I'll split it when I get home. And it was like $25. I'm like, it's a sandwich. You know, what's this $25? Yeah. All right, good answer.
I think one of the best places I've ever eaten is probably In-N-Out.
Okay.
And then
To the choir.
and then
San Diego boy.
one of the worst places is probably McDonald's.
Okay. Good burger, bad burger.
The best place I've ever eaten is probably this like kind of fancy restaurant called Michelangelo's. It's like
The one over there at the Oracle and McGee?
I don't know where it is, but I really like going there.
Next to the Oro Valley Police Station.
Maybe.
Why was Michelangelo's bad? Because they're very expensive. Why was it bad?
No, it's my favorite.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. That
Yeah.
makes more sense.
And then my worst is probably Wendy's because I went there once and Wendy's.
Wendy's, okay.
I went there once and I just didn't like it at all.
Just read an article 2 days ago. They're closing 600 Wendy's nationwide. So maybe the one in Orange Grove and Thornydale, or the one over at Cortero and the freeway.
One of the best places I've ever eaten is probably Texas Roadhouse.
Okay,
And
I like that.
one of the worst places is McDonald's.
Okay, McDonald's. Not getting good grades. Yeah, that's not a good option for anybody, for sure. All right, interesting answers. All right. The Chick-fil-A one's always, because they get the same thing. It's a sauce on the bread. All right. Let's talk a little bit about school, okay? And being a student athlete, all right? Now, cheering's fun. Do any of you gals play sports other than cheer? What do you play? Just grab the mic and tell me.
Volleyball.
Okay?
I play volleyball.
Okay?
Basketball and volleyball.
Okay? On this side?
I
No.
play volleyball.
Volleyball?
You're not asking.
Okay, on this side?
Right now I'm playing school soccer.
Okay.
I'm also doing school soccer.
Okay.
Right now I'm not doing any in school, but I did basketball and track.
Okay. All right. So would you? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Did you have something? Do you play another sport besides cheer?
I used to do horse riding.
Horse riding, that's definitely a sport. Okay, would you ladies agree that cheerleading helps you in your other sport and your other sport helps you in cheerleading? I would say so. Okay. I went, there was no club sports when I was your age and stuff. In fact, the dinosaurs were like only extinct for like 3 years. So, okay. So, there was no club sports or anything. So I went from football to basketball to baseball, fall, winter, spring sports, okay? Every sport that I played helped me with my other sport, whether it was my main sport or a secondary sport, it helped. Track, who's my track girl right there? Track is probably the most important. If you guys can run track, anything these coaches give you for cheer conditioning is going to be easy. Okay, let me just give you a heads up. If you run track, you're going to smoke cheerleading. All right? Track is good for football. It's good for basketball players. Baseball can't because it's the same season. But I tell all my football players, run track. Even you big guys, go throw the shot put or something. Track and field is the one sport that helps everything. It's phenomenal. And they don't get any type of, you don't see track and field on TV unless it's the Olympics, right? So, but that's the one sport that I would recommend everybody try at least. If you don't like it, obviously there's a different story. But okay, so in school, everybody here's got that athletic mentality, right? You don't go out and cheer at 50% or 75%, do you? 100% every time, 100%, okay? I want you to take that athletic mentality into the classroom, okay? I got a test today. I'm a cheerleader, I'm getting an A, okay? Or I'm a soccer player, I'm getting an A. You get a B, you go back and find out why you didn't get an A. Have that athletic mentality. There's nothing better as far as drive, teamwork, and consistency than an athlete. Am I correct? Have that athletic mentality when you walk into that classroom, whether you're handing in a homework assignment, you got a midterm, you got just a regular quiz, or you've got a class discussion. Be ready, be prepared, just as you are for cheerleading, okay? All right, so that being said, strive for the A's because does everybody here want to be a college cheerleader? Okay, now there are scholarships for college cheerleaders, okay? And I'll tell you the same thing as I tell my football guys, okay? If you are down here in Oro Valley and you're making straight A's and you're a five-star cheerleader, okay? You're a five-star recruit. And there's a girl in Phoenix that she's getting A's and maybe a couple B's and she's just as talented as you are. And there's one scholarship left. Who do you think is going to get that scholarship? Straight A girl, right? Okay. In college, you can ask your parents. In college, they're not there to babysit you. They don't have an eligibility list. Oh, you can't cheer on Saturday. You didn't pass the history test, okay? Once you get to college, you are 18. You're an adult, okay? They have your money already. They don't care if you go to class. Nothing, they already have your money, right? It's up to you to do that, and that's where athletics comes in. Look at all the good characteristics you learn from athletics. Teamwork, time management. I got cheer practice for 2 hours. I got 2 hours of homework. I still got to eat, shower, and get a good night's sleep. Time management. Attitude, okay? In sports, the mental part of sports is 80% from the neck up, okay? You can be the most gifted athlete out there, and if your head isn't in the right place, you're not helping the team, you're not being a good teammate, right, Coach? Mental part of athletics, 80%. Think about that. So you want to get straight A's, okay? I will use myself as an example, as a poor example, okay? I was immature when I came from, we called it junior high back then. All right, I screwed around my freshman and sophomore years, and the only A I got, I think, was in PE. I mean, it's nothing to be proud of. Okay, I got B's and C's. I even pulled a D once in a while, okay? My dad sat down in the summer between my sophomore and junior year and had the come to Jesus talk with me. That's not a talk you want to have with your parents, believe me, okay? He told me, he says, you are such a gifted athlete. You have such potential, but your head is in the wrong place. I won't tell you what he said, but my head was in the wrong place, okay? my junior and senior years, I got straight A's all across the board. But because my first 2 years I screwed around, it didn't bring up my 4-year GPA enough to go to the schools that I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to UCSD and study marine biology, and they just looked at me and were like, "You need to go to San Diego State or a junior college." Okay, I ended up going to a college in Arkansas on a basketball scholarship, but I didn't get to go where I wanted to go. I'm not, in hindsight, I did what I did, and I wouldn't change it. But I wouldn't change that part where I went, but I would change the part where I didn't mess around my freshman year or my sophomore year. So keep that in mind, okay? 100% every day of school, every subject, every class. You can do it. You do it in cheerleading. There's no reason you can't. Now, on the other side of the coin, you guys are good teammates. What's the definition of a good teammate? Not too high, not too low, just right there, right? Okay. A lot of you guys go to the same school, but even if you don't, you study the same things basically, okay? Or have studied it for some of the younger girls to ask maybe some of the older girls, okay? Be an academic teammate, okay? If you're great in math and she's got a question, she's going to call you up and say, "Hey, I'm having problems with this." "Oh, tell me the problem." Now, as a good teammate, would you just give her the answer? Get the mic.
I'd probably like teach her how to do it.
There you go, right there. Show her the way, show her the door, walk through the door, okay? If she just gave you the answer, I can almost imagine what's happening. Your teacher's going to ask you that same question a couple months down the road on another test, right? To see how much retention you have, okay? If somebody just gives you the answer, you're not going to remember it. If they show you how to solve the problem, that's something you're going to remember. That's a good teammate, and that's what I want you to be, as a good academic teammate, okay? All right, I'll get off my soapbox now. No more school. Okay? You guys have no idea what that even means. All right. Where do you guys want to cheer in college? Or if you don't want to cheer in college, but say maybe you want to play a sport in college, where would that be if you could have your choice? Let's start on this side. Oh, go ahead.
I haven't really thought about like anything ahead of like high school.
You got a few years. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I think it would be cool to cheer in college.
And where?
Just anywhere in Arizona.
Anywhere in Arizona, okay. Let me give you, well, I don't know about NAU, but I know obviously the U of A has good cheers. ASU has really good cheers, but GCU hits it out of the park. Their dance team and their cheer team is just off the wall. So just food for thought.
I think it would be really fun to cheer in college, but again, a really big commitment. But
Sure.
if I ever did, I would think the U of A or like NAU.
Okay.
Yeah, I think cheering in college would be like really cool. It would definitely be at like the U of A or GCU for me,
Okay.
because I have both like those colleges. So yeah, probably
Both
that.
good schools, okay.
I think if I did do cheer in college, I would probably go to the U of A.
Okay. We're on this side.
I don't really know any college like cheer teams other than U of A, and I don't even know if I'm gonna cheer in college.
Okay, and you've got a few years to think about it.
Yeah.
All right, good answer.
I don't know if I would cheer in college, but if I did, I would probably want to cheer at the U of A because I'd also want to go to school there.
Okay.
I would most likely cheer in college, most likely at the U of A or the state of Illinois.
We're in Illinois.
Most likely around more like the suburbs of Illinois, like
The what?
the suburbs.
Of Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay, so like Northwestern's there. There's a bunch of Chicago UIC schools there. And then down the road a little bit in the middle of states, University of Illinois.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably say I would want to do cheer in college, and I would probably want to go to U of A because it's like the closest to my parents' house.
Exactly.
Like lots of people said already, probably the U of A because I don't really know any more colleges and I haven't really thought about that far because I'm still in elementary school.
Well, you're 10. I mean, you got a little bit of time.
Exactly. So I haven't really like actually gotten
I'm just
to that
planting
point.
the seed.
If I did go to cheer in college, I'd probably go to the U of A because my mom went there and
Did she
just
cheerlead?
cheerleading.
Nice. All right. Right. Interesting answers. Yeah, you've got some time to think about it, but just remember, ask your parents how fast time flies. I mean, you're 14 now, and about 3 wake-ups, you're going to be a senior in high school. Okay, it goes fast, believe me. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Okay. All right. Second funny question. We'll do a shout out, and we'll get out of here so I don't get beat up because I know it's a school night. You want to do food again? Yeah. Okay. All right. So everybody's kind of got their little go-to snack, go-to drink, right? Am I correct? Am I also correct? It says generally it comes from a gas station. Yeah. You're on the way out to a competition, you know, you're not going to go to Fry's or Bash's. You're going to go to QT or Circle K or something like that. QT is like the Disneyland of gas stations. Okay. All right. So I want to know what's your go-to snack and drink from a gas station.
My favorite snack is probably lime chips. They're just
Okay.
potato chips that are lime.
Sure.
And my favorite drink is Sprite.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite my go-to snack is also lime chips, but Dr. Pepper is my go-to drink.
That's an interesting combination.
So my go-to snack is probably either Dr. Pepper or Gatorade, and then like them little Muddy Buddies Chex Mix.
Okay.
I like recently got like dynamites and like I really like them, but like probably like the juicy thing, like the no, like where like you have like it in the tube, like the juice in the tube, and like you
The
squeeze
little
it on
juice tubes things?
yeah, on like
All right.
a gummy, and then like
Okay.
yeah.
What is dynamite? Do they like explode in your mouth or
No,
something?
they're like
No, I'm serious. There used to be candy when I was a kid called Zots, and you'd suck it like a
Yeah,
Jolly Rancher. You'd suck on it, and all of a sudden, this fizzy stuff would come out. It was weird. And then if you dropped them in Coke, it was like a science experiment.
So basically, it's like this tortilla chip, and it's like a spicy tortilla chip.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like Takis.
And what about the drink?
I don't know. I don't really like drinks from the gas station. I just drink water that I bring.
Okay. All right. Which you could also get at a gas station.
Okay. First
I'm ready for this
is
one.
Dr. Pepper, my Shayla, and then and then my go-to snack is zombie Takis. They're so good.
Okay. That's a good combo.
So my go-to drink would be body armor, and like my go-to snack would be Gushers.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Up here.
I would say like my favorite snack right now is like Takis, but like they're from Trader Joe's, so they're like just better.
How so?
I don't know, they're like lime.
Is it still Takis brand or?
No,
is
it's a Trader Joe's brand, but
okay, I understand.
it's just like they're just better.
Okay.
And I kind of only really drink water.
There's nothing wrong with that. Let me ask you this real quick, because I know I find it. It's easy to drink water in the summer. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Harder to drink water in the winter, don't you think?
Not really.
I kind of have to think about it. I guess need some water.
I think one of my favorite snacks is probably like Cheez-Its or Goldfish.
Okay.
And then like for a drink, Gatorade or Body Armor.
What kind? Not the green Gatorade. The original? Yeah, that's nasty. Let me ask you a trivia question.
Okay.
Do you know where Gatorade was invented? Think of the name. Gatorade. Where was it invented?
Florida.
The University of Florida Gators. Good job.
My go-to snack, normally I always look for like Cliff or Z-Bars.
Okay.
Those are really good. And then for the drink, I normally get like water or like a Celsius energy drink.
Okay.
'cause I
Okay.
really like those.
I like those some of the Celsius ones. Yeah. I don't know if they're good for you, but
I don't know if I really have a go-to snack, but my favorite drink would probably be if you mix Coke and Sprite.
Coke and Sprite. You want me to teach you a little recipe? I won't tell you where I got it from. Do you know what ginger ale is?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take your glass and you fill it up about that much with Coke, and then you put it up to there with Sprite, mix it together. Tastes exactly like ginger ale. All right, that was interesting. So did you guys have fun tonight? Yeah. We had some serious, right? Got to make mom and dad happy, right? Okay. So remember what I said, and I think the best advice I can give you as an old athlete is have a short memory. And by that I mean if you mess up a routine, me, if I fumble the ball or I throw an air ball up in basketball or I miss a free throw to lose the game, you can't go back and do it over. You can't stop time, go back and do a replay, right? Don't let it continue to haunt you throughout the whole competition, okay? Because if you're thinking about it, once again, it's the mental, the 80%. You're not in tune with the other girls on the team, okay? That's what I mean by have a short memory. Same with if you win. Say you just dominate a team and you just win and it's not even close. I mean, you know, anybody can see that you won. The next team that you go up against is going to want to knock you off. So don't carry, I mean, I'm not telling you don't celebrate. Celebrate Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, put that back in the top drawer next to the socks and go to practice like it never happened, okay? Because your next opponent's going to want to knock you off, okay? So that's what I mean by have a short memory. Forget the bad stuff, enjoy the good, but when it's time to put the good away, know when to do that. Right, Coach? Okay. All right, so before we sign off, I want you, remember this side, this camera, that side, this camera, I want you to shout out mom, dad, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, dog, cat, bird, whatever. Who wants to start? Okay, hand the mic down there.
Mom!
Is that it? Yeah. Okay, that's all that counts, all right.
Wait, I go?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're next to
her. Mom.
Okay. Anybody else? Dog, cat, brother, sister?
Well, there's my friends, Carl and Julie.
Oh, there you go.
I would say my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my grandma, my grandpa, my aunt, my uncle, and then yeah, and on and on.
See, she's gonna get a lot of presents at Christmas.
My mom, my dad, my brother.
Okay.
My mom, my dad, my brother, my other brother, my dog.
What's your dog's name?
Stella.
What is it?
Stella.
What kind of dog is it?
She's a French bulldog.
Nice. In case you haven't guessed, I like dogs better than people.
Oh, I thought you meant like people who are here.
Oh, anybody. You want a second chance there? Yeah. All right. Since your mom's over here and I don't want to get hit.
Okay, so Jamie, my mom's boyfriend, and then my dad, my grandma, my other grandma, my grandpa, my cousin, my other cousin, and then my other cousin.
You're not working Santa's list, are you? Just checking. All right, thank you. Who's next?
I'd say my grandma and grandpa, Hammy and Pappy, and my parents and my brother and my sister, and my cats. And yeah.
And what's your cat's name?
Emily and Charlotte, but we call them Big Fatty and Charlo.
I like that. I like it. All right, over here.
I would shout out to my mom and my dad and all four of my siblings,
Okay.
especially my little sister Ezra.
Okay.
I shout out to my mom and my sister.
Okay.
A shout out to my mom, my dad, and my sister.
My mom, my dad, and my cat, probably.
What's your cat's name?
My my cat's name is Tiger.
Tiger. All right, did everybody go?
You guys missed some people. We need to shout out Coach Julie, Allie, Bella, and Coach L. Okay, they're all not here tonight, but we have to shout them out.
All right. Did you want to do one, Coach? I want to shout out to my daughter that forgot her sister sitting next to her.
Shout out to all of them. Shout out to not Bob, who didn't make it. I guess his release didn't make it on time. But it's all right.
All right. And I'm going to do a shout out to my dog Leonard, because I turn the TV on and I put YouTube on, and when the show comes on, it's on my TV at home and he watches it. Leonard, use the dog door, please. So I want to have, once again, I want to thank you guys for coming. I was very honored to have you guys on my show, and I really mean that. So keep doing what you're doing. Just get better. Fair enough? All right. So for our programming note for our viewers, we have a show tomorrow night. Same area, same place, Barb Tire Grill. Excuse me. We're just going to go on the other side of the tracks over to Continental Ranch and have the Continental Ranch Little League boys that just got done with fall ball, and we're going to find out what they learned in fall ball, how they improved their skill set, and what is in store when the spring season starts for Little League. That'll be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Up here for your Oro Valley people, on Wednesday, I will be doing play-by-play for the Ironwood Ridge Buena boys varsity basketball game. So I'll be at Ironwood Ridge doing play-by-play in conjunction with Cool FM from Sierra Vista. So they're coming up to film Buena. I'm on the Ironwood Ridge, but I'm going to do the play-by-play for that one. On Thursday, we are going to go down the 10 freeway to Bianchi's at Speedway and Silverbell, and we're going to have the 8U City Champion Southwest Rams football boys on the show. And that's pretty good because that's their first year in tackle football coming from flag, and they won the city championship. So congratulations to them. And then on Saturday, I will be up at ALA Honors Mesa High School for the Wilcox Cowboys and the Scottsdale Christian football state semifinal game. I'll be doing play-by-play for that. And Sunday, I will switch hats from 520 Sports Talk to my other company, 602 Sports Talk, and I will be at ASU for Molly Miller's women's basketball game starting at 2 o'clock on Saturday from Desert Financial Arena. So a big week for me, and hopefully you guys will follow along. If you haven't liked or followed any of our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram, and our website, 520sportstalk.com, please do. And once again, I want to thank Barn Fire Grill for laying out the red carpet. We will be back here tomorrow night. You ready, Ray? 520 Sports Talk, Southern Arizona sports on the cutting edge with a twist. It's a wrap.